There are moments in your life when you feel like the world has turned its back on you. You wake up in pain, you look in the mirror, and you see someone who is tired, broken, maybe even defeated. You've prayed. You've worked. You've sacrificed. Yet the results still aren't there, and you ask yourself, why me? Why is my breakthrough taking so long? Why am I still stuck while others are flying? Listen carefully. Your delay is not your denial. Your waiting is not wasted. God's timing is not late. It is perfect. And the sooner you learn to trust that, the sooner your life will transform. Delay is not denial. The biggest mistake most people make is assuming that because something hasn't happened yet, it never will. They confuse waiting with rejection, but the truth is, delay is part of destiny. You pray for opportunities, you work hard for success, you fight battles daily, and yet the reward seems to be taking forever. That doesn't mean it won't come, it means you're being prepared. The timing of your breakthrough is just as important as the breakthrough itself. If success comes too soon, it can destroy you. If blessings arrive before you're ready, they can crush you instead of elevating you. Sometimes the wait isn't punishment, it's protection. It's God making sure you've built enough strength, enough character, enough discipline to hold what you're asking for. Think about a seed in the ground. When you plant it, it doesn't sprout instantly. It looks like nothing is happening, but underground, in silence, in darkness, roots are being formed. The seed isn't denied its chance to grow. It's simply delayed until it's strong enough to break through the soil. That's you. You're not being buried. You're being planted. You're not being forgotten. You're being formed. The delay is the stage where you're being sharpened, humbled, tested, and strengthened for the blessing you asked for. The delay is proof that your story isn't finished. Too often, people quit in the delay season. They give up on the dream, they walk away from the vision because it didn't happen on their schedule. But success has nothing to do with your watch. It aligns with divine timing. Delay is a setup for something greater. It teaches you patience, resilience, and faith. It makes sure that when the door opens, you won't just walk through it unprepared. You'll walk through it ready, unstoppable, and unshakable. Planted, not buried. That's the truth most people fail to see when life knocks them down and everything feels dark. When you're in the middle of struggle, when you're surrounded by silence, when nothing seems to move in your favor, your first thought is, I've been buried. I've been forgotten. My dreams are dead. But that's a lie. You haven't been buried. You've been planted, and there's a massive difference between the two. Buried means it's over. Planted means growth is coming. Buried means death, planted means life is just beginning. What feels like an ending is actually the beginning of your transformation. A seed doesn't complain when it's placed into the ground. It doesn't cry that it's trapped under dirt, that the world above can't see it, that the sun isn't touching it. It simply stays in the soil, hidden, unseen, silent, and yet it is preparing for something powerful. Roots are forming in the dark. Strength is building in silence. And when the time is right, that seed pushes through the dirt with unstoppable force, breaking limits, reaching the light, and growing into something far greater than anyone imagined. That's you. You are that seed. Your struggles are not the end. They're the soil that's preparing you to rise. But here's the catch. Many people quit while they're still in the soil. They mistake their planted season for a buried one. They lose faith, they stop fighting, and they waste the process. They don't realize that the hidden season is the most important part of growth. Without the roots formed underground, the plant can't withstand the storm above. Without your season of silence, you won't have the foundation to handle success. The planted stage is where you build resilience, discipline, and unshakable strength. When you finally rise, people will see your growth, your glory, your success. But they won't see the darkness you endured. They won't see the nights of doubt, the mornings of struggle, the pain of silence. And that's fine, because the soil doesn't need applause to do its work. You don't need validation during your process. You need faith. So remember this, you're not buried, you're planted, and when the season is right, nothing can stop you from breaking through. Pain builds the warrior. You cannot become strong without pain, and you cannot become unbreakable without struggle. Everyone dreams of success, but very few are willing to endure the suffering it takes to earn it. Pain is the fire that burns away weakness, and without it, you stay soft, fragile, and ordinary. The reason most people never reach greatness is because the moment life gets hard, they retreat. The moment they feel pain, they quit. But the ones who rise, the ones who dominate, the ones who become warriors, they embrace the pain. They understand that every scar is proof of survival, every wound is a lesson, every moment of suffering is training. Pain is not the enemy. It is the teacher that shapes you into the person strong enough to carry success. Think about the strongest steel. It doesn't come from comfort. It comes from fire, pressure, and relentless hammering. Without the heat, the steel is weak. Without the blows, it has no shape. Your life is the same. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every rejection, every betrayal, those are the flames that forge you. The pain you feel right now isn't here to destroy you. It's here to build you. It's carving out the weak parts of you so only the warrior remains. A warrior doesn't beg for an easy battle. A warrior welcomes the challenge because they know victory tastes sweeter after struggle. Your pain is not a punishment, it's preparation. That heartbreak was building your emotional armor. That failure was teaching you resilience. That rejection was guiding you toward the right path. And when you look back, you'll realize every painful moment was a stepping stone to your strength. The truth is, you cannot inspire anyone if you've never suffered. You cannot lead anyone if you've never fought battles yourself. The warrior's credibility is found in their scars, in the proof that they've survived storms and kept standing. Pain is the price of power. It teaches you discipline, patience, endurance, and courage. And when you come out of it, you're no longer fragile. You're unstoppable. So don't run from pain. Don't curse it. Don't let it break you. Embrace it, learn from it, use it as fuel, because the more pain you endure, the sharper your edge becomes. The warrior in you is waiting to be revealed, but it can only be birthed through fire. Remember this, every tear, every struggle, every sleepless night. It's not wasted. It's building the warrior you were always meant to be. Patience is preparation. Most people hear the word patience and immediately think it means sitting around, waiting for something magical to happen. That's not patience, that's passivity. Real patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing everything you can while trusting that the timing will align when you're ready. Patience is a weapon. It's the ability to keep grinding day after day without needing instant results. It's the ability to stay disciplined, focused, and hungry even when life gives you silence in return. And this is why patience separates the winners from the quitters. The quitter says, "It hasn't happened yet, so it won't happen." The warrior says, "It hasn't happened yet, so I'll keep preparing until it does." Think of patience like sharpening a sword. Every day you put in the work, every day you learn, every day you improve, that's sharpening. You might not be in battle yet, but when the fight comes, you'll be ready. Without patience, you step into the fight unprepared and get destroyed. With patience, you wait, you train, you prepare, and when the opportunity finally comes, you strike with precision. That's the difference between someone who wastes their blessing and someone who multiplies it. The world today glorifies instant gratification. Everyone wants results overnight. Quick money, quick fame, quick success. But anything that comes quick rarely lasts. A building constructed in a rush collapses. A body built in a rush breaks down. A fortune gained in a rush slips away. Patience ensures you build something solid, something unshakable, something permanent. Every day of patience is a brick in the foundation of your future. When you're patient, you respect the process. You respect the silence. You respect the fact that growth takes time. Just like a tree doesn't grow tall in one season, neither will you. But if you water it daily, if you nurture it, if you keep believing when no one else does, eventually your patience will pay off. The fruit will come, the reward will appear, and people will call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was patience and preparation. So don't mistake patience for weakness. Don't confuse waiting with wasting. Every moment you stay disciplined while others quit. Every moment you grind when no one claps. Every moment you hold faith when the results are invisible. That's preparation, and preparation guarantees victory. Because when your season comes, when the door opens, you won't hesitate, you won't fumble, you won't fail. You'll walk through it ready, sharp, and unstoppable. That's the power of patience. Breakthrough comes suddenly. That's the mystery of life and the beauty of divine timing. For months, maybe years, you grind in silence. You push through the pain. You keep showing up. You endure rejection. You sacrifice while nobody notices. It feels endless. It feels invisible. It feels like your effort is wasted. But then, without warning, everything changes. In a single moment, the door opens. In a single moment, the opportunity arrives. In a single moment, all the nights of struggle and all the days of doubt finally make sense. Breakthroughs don't announce themselves. They don't come with a warning. They appear like a lightning strike, fast and powerful, and they transform everything. This is why you cannot quit in the waiting season, because the moment you walk away is often the moment right before your breakthrough. Life tests you, pushes you, stretches you to the edge, not because it wants to break you, but because it wants to see if you're ready for the sudden shift. Breakthrough is never gradual. One day you're overlooked, the next you're celebrated. One day you're broke, the next your business explodes. One day no one believes in you, the next they all call you unstoppable. That's how it happens. Slowly, then all at once. But here's the truth. If you haven't prepared during the waiting, you'll miss your moment when it arrives. Breakthrough comes suddenly, but it rewards those who endured faithfully. It rewards those who stayed disciplined when no one clapped. It rewards those who built themselves in silence, sharpened their skills, grew their mindset, and refused to give up. When the moment comes, it doesn't give you time to get ready. It expects you to already be ready. Think about a fighter who trains for years for one night in the ring. He doesn't know exactly when the fight will be, but he trains daily because when the moment comes, he must already be sharp. That's how breakthrough works. The preparation may take years, but the victory itself is instant. And people on the outside will look at you and say they got lucky. Success just appeared for them. No, it didn't just appear. It came suddenly, but it was earned silently. So keep pushing even when nothing changes. Keep moving even when the road feels endless, because your life can flip in one moment. That idea could explode tomorrow. That connection could open a door tonight. That struggle could end today. Don't underestimate the power of sudden shifts. Stay ready, stay disciplined, stay faithful. Because when your breakthrough comes, and it will come suddenly and it will change everything. Every great story has a moment when everything comes together. The pain, the patience, the waiting, the silence, the struggle. And that's exactly what your life is leading toward. You've heard it. Delay is not denial. You are planted, not buried. Pain builds the warrior. Patience is preparation. And breakthrough comes suddenly. These aren't just motivational phrases. They are the blueprint for your destiny. Everything you've endured was never wasted. Every tear, every setback, every sleepless night. It was shaping you into someone unstoppable. The truth is, life was never meant to be easy. If it were, everyone would be great, everyone would be powerful, everyone would achieve their dreams, but greatness demands sacrifice. Success demands resilience. Destiny demands faith, and you, yes, you listening to this right now, you have everything it takes. You've survived storms that others couldn't handle. You've carried pain that would have broken weaker people. You've stayed standing when everything tried to knock you down. That's not an accident. That's proof you're built for more. So don't let the waiting season fool you. Don't let the silence convince you that nothing is happening. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that God is not late. He's precise. And when your moment arrives, and it won't just bless you, it will shock the world. The same people who doubted you will be forced to respect you. The same voices that laughed at you will have to stay silent in your victory. This is your reminder. Your story is not finished. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared. Keep moving. Keep believing. Keep fighting, because your time is coming. And when it does, nothing and no one will be able to stop you.